Planning and drafting are two separate stages that use two different sides of the brain. Planning is a lot more analytical and logical. It means that you need to know what happens and is it a logical sequence of events. If there's no cause and effect, then you need to go back to the drawing board and think what could happen and how can I get the characters there. But when it comes to drafting, you have to kind of just go with the flow, free writing. You have to do discovery writing. You have to improvise. It's a lot more creative and it's a lot more, in a way, a lot more freeing, but it can also be more difficult as well. You need to practice being able to do both, being able to look at a story logically and look at the plot structure or the story structure. And then on the other hand, you need to be able to just write freely without having to think about your commas and your full stops and your adjectives and whatnot. And even like things like show don't tell. You're just supposed to write and then add all the other stuff when you revise. But again, you need to be able to practice both. So you might plan a story. It doesn't mean that you'll then go and write that story. You need to plan multiple stories and just get better at planning in general. And then when it comes to actually writing a story, it's up to you whether you write an outline or you have a clear map in your mind because you're so used to planning a story that you know how to do it and you know where the story is going to go and where it will lead you, while also having space to kind of improvise and having your character lead you. So planning and discovery writing are both important, but they use different sides of the brain. You need to be able to practice doing both instead of always planning for the purpose of then writing that story that you've just planned.